Hey, what's up, guys? It's Paul Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was Sarutobi's Student? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in the region of second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, as we go to the training ground 7, where we see three Genins training for becoming the strong shinobi for their villages. These were none other than Tsunade Senju, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru, three who were soon to be going to be recognized by this world as legends in their own right. As they were training, as Jiraiya said, "Ladies, please calm down and let this alpha male take this test before you two." Alpha male my ass, Jiraiya. You are nothing but a pest in our eyes. Isn't that right, Tsunade-hime? Yeah, Orochimaru's right. She and I both agree that you are a pest, said Tsunade, as Jiraiya had a dark cloud. You don't have to be so rude. I was just joking, yeah, Jiraiya said, with his goofy smirk, as then their sensei came. But he wasn't alone. He brought another kid. A kid that caught Orochimaru's eyes. He had tan skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. The kid was timid, as Orochimaru said. Hello Minna, I'm here to introduce you to your new friend. He's also one of my students from now on. His name is Naruto. What? He's an orphan? Asked Jiraiya. Jiraiya, be consentful, says Tsunade. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I am an orphan as well, so yeah. It's okay, Naruto said, as Orochimaru just monitored the child in front of her. She was quite intrigued by this specimen. She didn't know why, because she wasn't accustomed to this kind of feeling, the bubbly feeling that she felt inside her heart. As then Sarutobi said, Yes, he's an orphan, Jiraiya, and I personally picked him up as I want to train him as well. Much like he chose me as his master, he thought to himself. Okay, so are we going to train or what? Jiraiya said, and from then on, Naruto and the three Sanin trained together, and time went by like a gust of wind, and soon they were, in their own right, at Jonin levels. Shinobi, as Naruto joined the Anbu forces while the three remained as a squad, and time went by until a threat was looming around the world. It was none other than Hanzo the Salamander, and the three of them were assigned a mission to go and defeat the Hanzo the Salamander in Amegakure. As they were going, leaving for the mission, Naruto stopped by behind them. I want to go with you as well. Naruto, you do know this is going against the order, said Orochimaru. I know, Orochimaru-chan, but I want to be there to protect you. As Jiraiya and Tsunade had their jaws dropped, Orochimaru, the strongest Konoichi in the group, needs protection from Naruto, the possibly youngest and weakest recruit in all of them. Hey, buddy, I think she doesn't need your protection. I'll be honored. Wait, what? Said Jiraiya, taking a double take back, looking at Orochimaru, who was blushing. As he then said to Tsunade, Psst, hey Tsunade-hime, I think I might need your bleach to wash my eyes out. Is Orochimaru blushing? As then a snake was lunged from Orochimaru's sleeve at Jiraiya's face, as Jiraiya was screaming while rolling on the ground. As Tsunade was in her own shock state, while Orochimaru blushed and said, I don't need your protection, but I will be honored if you are there with me, Naruto-kun. As Naruto smiled, thanks, Orochimaru-chan. As the three Sanin and Naruto departed, while in the Hokage office, Hiruzen, who was the new reinstated third Hokage, was sitting, as Tobirama had died in the battle. He had died when the second war broke out when they were still Genin, and from then on, Hiruzen Sarutobi was the third Hokage. As he then said, May God be with you, my students, all of you. As he then sighed and went back to his paperwork. In the Amegakure, the battle between the Sanins and Naruto and Hanzo the Salamander went on. The Sanins and Naruto were able to overpower Hanzo, but he used his salamander summonings to disrupt them. and Naruto was injured badly. He was saved by Tsunade healing factor and healing ability with thanks to her medical ninjutsu and was able to join the fight again and this time strike down Hanzo's both hands, cutting off with his double-edged sword that he could use in the battle. He was a professionalist in the Kenjutsu department. He was also mastering the Funjutsu together with Jiraiya. They were both taking classes from Mito-sama, who was alive at the time. And thanks to that, they were able to master, or at least let's just say Naruto was able to master the Harishin to some extent to similar of Tobirama Senju, the only person who was able to invent it. And during the battle, Naruto took full advantage of using it and defeating the Hanzo, the Salamander. And once he was done, or so they thought he was done, they returned, earning them the titles of the three legendary Sannin and Konoha's two fangs. Because he used two swords which were shaped as fangs, that is why he was named as Two Fangs. And Orochimaru, being the Snake Sannin, quite liked this title for Naruto. And as they returned, they were enjoying their victory because Amegakure was defeated and Naruto and his team came out as victor, meaning Konoha was victor. The other villages were neutral at this point. They didn't want to start a war just now yet, so they waited. While Jiraiya remained behind because he found three students in a war-torn country thanks to Hanzo. So let's just say Naruto and the two girls returned. And during their return, Naruto confessed his love to Orochimaru, and Orochimaru confessed that she liked Naruto. And when they returned, they drank a lot together, and one thing led to another. And next morning, when Orochimaru woke up naked in her bed, she saw Naruto next with her. She blushed so hard and yelled and kicked Naruto off the bed. Naruto was confused that if they were attacked or something. And then he remembered, as Orochimaru cried for the first time in front of his eyes. Still angry, you took my innocence. You took advantage of me. No, don't you remember? I confessed my love to you and you were the one who invited me, Naruto said as he looked away blushing, now red, as steam was coming out of his ears. As Orochimaru blushed again, did I really? Yes, you did. As then they heard giggling, perverted giggling, as both of them sighed. Jiraiya, you can come out now, we both know you're there. Or you can stay there so I can shove my snake up your ass. You know that's kind of gay, Orochimaru. Now that you're in a relationship with him, that's considered to be cheating, said Jiraiya, as a snake was launched at him as Jiraiya was still on the ground screaming and rolling on it because he was bit by a snake on his lips again, as his lips were swollen. You know this is not right to do with me. Stop talking and go fix your lips from Tsunade. I don't understand what you're speaking. I will get you for this, Orochimaru. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. Now go. As Naruto tattoo started to glow. I have to go. Do you really? Orochimaru said. Yeah, I guess I have to because, Sensei's calling for me. Yeah, go. Please return safely. As Naruto disappeared via Sunshin and arrived wearing his uniform and mask. He was the Anbu commander now. After the escapades with the Sannin, while the three of them were given the title of the Sannin, he was given the title of the Two Fangs and the Anbu commander, controlling the whole Anbu under him. As he arrived, what is it that you require, Hokage-sama? He sat in a kneel position. Rise, commander. Now remove your mask. And Naruto complied. What is it, sensei? Naruto asked, getting at ease. I am about to send you on a mission. It might be a suicide mission, but I know only you can achieve it. What is it? I'm going to send you to the land of the demons. The princess has to be sacrificed there so that the demon can be sealed again. You mean Morio, the demon, which is a myth? Yes, Naruto. He's not a myth. He's real. And the priestess is going to stop it by sacrificing herself. And you want me to stop it and seal the demon some other way? Yes, that is preferable. I can think of only one seal that I prepared. What? No, you can't use that. I know, sensei. Even Mito-sama forbade me to use it. She was scared of that seal and its contents just by looking at it. Well, anyone would be scared if you are summoning Shinigami in exchange for your soul to seal someone. Even though you are not an Uzumaki, Mito-sama quite praised you for that skill. Even the Uzumakis couldn't prepare it. Well, I wouldn't be so sure, Sensei. Anyway, I guess I'll go then. Don't you need your team? No. It will be too risky, and I think I can handle myself as well. What about Orochimaru and the others? I heard you started dating her. Yeah, do you mind? Naruto asked, getting a bit weird, since he knew that his sensei preferred Orochimaru close to his daughter. No, but don't you break her heart, or I'll break your bones with my staff. Yes, sensei, confirmed. Now good. Now go. As Naruto wore his mask and left via Sunshin, he was traveling at lightning speed. He had added some new weapons to his own arsenal. He put on chains at the back hilt of both of his swords, so he could swing them and use them and summon them back through the chains, like the blades of chaos from the God of War. Anyway, on to the story. As Naruto was traveling at high speed towards the land of demons, he reached there and met with the priestess. Her name was Ken. Hello, I'm sent here by Konoha, third Hokage, on a mission. Yes, I know who you are, Naruto-kun. I welcome you. My name is Ken. I'm the priestess here. We will leave before the moon arrives tonight. Okay, Naruto said, and so he rested to get back his stamina up. And when the priestess arrived, she saw him meditating. The time has come, we should depart. Alright. As Naruto wore his mask, and together they traveled. It took 1 week, but they reached there, and hence the battle with Morio began and his undead army. As Naruto, along with the Shadow Clone army, thanks to his huge chakra reserves, which were abnormally large, fought the whole army and defeated them. But at the last moment, Morio stabbed Naruto by summoning a chakra blade in his hand. As his blade was covered with Naruto's blood, as the priestess was shot. Naruto, don't worry, I know what to do now. As he made the hand seals and summoned the Shinigami, as the atmosphere was now chilled, as the Shinigami appeared. Who summoned me? I am the one who summoned you, Shinigami-sama. Seal this demon back forever in exchange for my soul. It cannot be done. The demon might be able to break it. For as long as you can, please just hold him off until there is the next one before me who can come here to stop him. It will be done. No, no, not again. I will not be sealed again, said the demon, but it was too late. He was sealed yet again, back inside the same statue he came out of, and the cave was sealed off. As Ken cried tears of sorrow, as there lay Naruto, breathing his last breaths. Shinigami-sama, please, I want to write down a scroll and send it back to Konoha. Fine. Hurry up, since I'm not that much of a heartless as you all think of me. And Naruto did that. He wrote down the scroll and the jutsu he used as well, and how to prepare it, and send it back to Konoha via monkey summon. Since he didn't have any summon, he became a monkey summoner next to his sensei. As Hiruzen, who was sitting inside his office, suddenly there was a puff of smoke, and Enma arrived with a scroll in his hand with solemn look. Did he succeed? Hiruzen said, as he knew what was going on. Yes, he did, but I see. We lost a fortunate summoner, said Enma. Not only that, I lost a good student, a good shinobi as well. Where is his body? Princess Ken said she won't lend body back to Konoha. She's going to bury him there because that person is their hero and will be regarded as such for generations to come. I see. Are you going to tell them? As Hiruzen flinched. You know, Hiruzen, you have to tell them. You can't just lie to them. Even if you do, for how long are you going to keep this up? I know. I just don't want to hurt them. I don't have the power to hurt her. I think she might break. Who might break, Sensei? Said Orochimaru as Hiruzen said, "Damn it, speak of the devil." As he said, "Orochimaru, gather your teammates and the council, please." As the whole council arrived, and the newly reinstated elders as well, as the three Sanis were there now. "What is it, Sensei?" asked both Tsunade and Jiraiya, who were there. As Hiruzen became sullen, as he said, "Our Anbu commander, Dragon, and our hero in the battle against Hanzo, with the help of the Sanins who defeated the great threat to our world, has died." "You mean Naruto is dead?" Jiraiya said with shock and seriousness. "You got to be kidding me, Sensei. Please tell me that Naruto is pulling a prank." "You know, Jiraiya, I won't lie about this. His name has been removed from the Monkey Clan scroll, as well as his body isn't back." "What? Where is his body?" Tsunade said. "It has been kept in the lands of demon by the priestess Ken. She said she was going to bury him there, and he will be regarded as a hero there." "She can't do that. He's our shinobi. He's our friend and comrade. He's our brother," said Tsunade as Jiraiya nodded. As Orochimaru remained stoic, she didn't move. She didn't flinch. But Hiruzen could tell that she was broken from within. And Orochimaru really was broken. As after the council meeting, she locked herself in her room. She didn't went on any mission. She didn't do anything. As time went by, she found out that she was pregnant, and soon it was time for her delivery. Thanks to Tsunade, who was visiting her, Orochimaru took care of herself in the pregnancy, and when the time came, the child was born. And when she saw the child, she was scared that she might hurt this child. She might curse this child as well, because how uncanny the resemblance was with who the father was of the child. He also had tan skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. As she arrived with her child at her sensei's office in a stormy night, "Orochimaru, what are you doing here? You should be resting with him back at your home. I want to put this child in orphanage." "What? What do you mean, Orochimaru?" Hiruzen said with narrowed eyes. "Are you saying your love for Naruto was this much so you could abandon this child?" "No, I really love him. I love this child as well, but I don't think I am worthy of holding this child. I think I'm a cursed woman, Sensei. If I hold this child, I might break him or hurt him. I don't have the willpower. Please, Sensei." Orochimaru for the first time cried openly in front of her sensei. As Hiruzen sighed and comforted her student, "It's alright. What is his name? Have you given him one?" "Minato." "Ah, nice name. So, are you going to put him as Minato Naruto in the orphanage?" "No, it will be too obvious. How about Analysis? How about Namikaze? There were a merchant clan who were killed off. We'll say that he is the sole survivor of that clan." "Alright, Sensei. Thank you very much. It's the best I can do for my student. Both of you," he said as Orochimaru smiled. But as the time went by, Jiraiya was the one who took in Minato, and Orochimaru turned dark because she couldn't get hold of her son. Thanks to that pervert. She feared that her son might turn into a pervert. And then the time came when her son, her little boy, grew up to become the fourth Hokage. She monitored him her whole life, but she didn't have the willpower to go and confess who his mother was and who his father was. Of course, Hiruzen has a backup plan, and he wrote down everything in case if ever Minato became the next Hokage, which he thought he would be, because the boy was a genius prodigy in his own right, surpassing his father and mother. He knew he will find out. He has to, and Orochimaru must face her son yet again, whether she like it or not. As time went by, it did come to fruition, but this time she was running against Minato, and she lost. Inside she was happy, even though on the outside it looked like she seethed at the lost at the Hokage position for her own son. At the same time, Danzo proposed a proposition. Now, Danzo Shimura was a person that also trained alongside the students of the Tobirama Senju, which were the elders Koharu, Hamura, and Hiruzen the third Hokage. But he was Hiruzen's rival and had other thoughts and concepts about how to rule the world with Iron Fist and such. And such, he was pushed off from the position of Hokage by Tobirama. But even now, Hiruzen knew that he wanted to become Hokage. What is it, Danzo? I want Orochimaru to be reinstated in my root program. I see. What do you think, Orochimaru? I'll be fine, Sensei, said Orochimaru. She knew that she had to keep an eye on Danzo, because if that warmonger tries to corrupt her son, she will be there to execute him whenever needed. But she didn't knew what the next thing was going to happen. Orochimaru started to corrupt her by making her knock out unconsciously in her sleep. He injected drugs of some sort into her mind, directly behind her skull, in return corrupting her mind to the point of no return. She became evil and started to do experiments. Experiments she will regret in the near future. On the other side, Minato found love with Kushina Uzumaki, the last Uzumaki survivor after the third war that broke out after Naruto died. And still Konoha came out as victor alongside Suna, while Kiri and Eva were devastated, and Minato became the hero. His son was hailed as hero and named the fourth Hokage. And he also found love with Kushina and married her. 9 months in, and a tragedy struck again. And this time Orochimaru saw as she was about to leave the village. Her son died in front of her, and then the drugs wore off. As her eyes widened, as she heard Kushina say the name of her grandchild, Naruto. Please, Hiruzen, take care of our son. His name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. He is the new Jinchuriki. Minato and I wish him to be seen as hero. Orochimaru cried. In front of her, her son, her daughter-in-law, lay dead, and her grandson was taken. And she left because Orochimaru was blamed by Danzo as an inhumane bitch who experimented on people, even though Danzo was the one who corrupted her and ordered her to do so. But she left reluctantly, leaving her grandchild behind. And time passed on from then on. She vowed she will get revenge on Danzo for what he did. And for that she needed power. She needed a lot of power. And so she built up a village from scratch, Otogakure, a haven for her and for her grandchild that she promised to bring here one day. And finally, the time came for her to visit back to Konoha. And when, under the disguise of course, of none other than Kazekage, she was going to erase Danzo, even though it was planned to be Konoha Crush to attack Konoha. Her main goal was to attack and kill Danzo, even if she had to fight her own sensei, this time seriously. And when she arrived, what she found disgusted her to no end. Naruto was skinny, and Kakashi abandoned him in the Chunin exams in order to train the last Uchiha, which also thanks to Danzo were killed off, leaving one Uchiha traitor while the other one corrupted to no end as an emo bastard who always thought that he was above everyone. Her grandchild suffered. What was Sensei doing? She thought that she has to visit him one night, and her teammates were no better. The godfather of the said child was out, nowhere to be seen, and Tsunade, she left after her husband Don died, in her own sorrow as well. And Orochimaru was angry. Her anger was directed now on Danzo Hiruzen and Jiraiya. What were they thinking? Even if she was a traitor, that child was still the grandchild of their brother, their comrade, and their student. Naruto. Did they forget about that? Did they forget about him? He was even named after him. And then she realized Minato must have known somehow, and that is why he named his own son as Naruto. She feared that if her son was alive, how would he have reacted to her? How would he have reacted to find out that his mother was all those years in front of him and still didn't say a thing? And now she had a new goal. She must find that forbidden jutsu that Tobirama sensei created. The one in which a person is revived as a zombie, Daro Tensei. And in the night time, while she was in Konoha, she visited the sacred scroll storage and wrote down the jutsu after finding it out, and the jutsu that Naruto wrote, the Hakai Fuyin, and how to counter it. Orochimaru smart, clever as always, husband. Even if they weren't married, they were planning to. And so, Orochimaru still regarded the dead as her husband, and she left after that, taking those two jutsus and their counter with her. Now all she had to do was, after crushing Konoha or Danzo, go to the land of demons and retrieve her beloved's body in order to revive him, and her sons and her daughter-in-law's remains as well. Naruto will have his whole family, and they will crush Konoha together because they had conspired against her and their family and betrayed their trust first, and now they were going to come back and give them punishment tenfold. Yes, this will be the ultimate present for everyone. And in front of her eyes, the Chunin exams were unfolded. As the first stage went, she thought that she might go and test out her grandson's skill set on how much he was neglected, and she was very angry when she fought with them in the ellipses of Orochimaru, the snake Sanin. And when she fought them, she also placed a seal which blocked the Kyuubi's chakra because it was hampering Naruto's chakra network temporarily and gave Sasuke the curse mark. She was going to kill that Uchiha bastard like how she did with Itachi during their match. The Uchiha thought that he could put her in Genjutsu, but she was clever. She was a Sanin and the smartest one and the strongest one out of all of them, for not. She killed the Uchiha inside his own Genjutsu, and after killing so, made a blood clone similar to him by mixing her and his blood, so that there might be no suspicion in the Akatsuki, the group she joined, to get information about their plan. And after finding out that they were going to hunt down her own grandson, which was the new Jinchuriki, she abandoned the group. And hence, here she was, corrupting yet another, the only lost Uchiha, the real one, in order to set a trap to give him more power and send him her way, just so she could kill her and destroy those damn eyes and kill every single one of the Uchihas once and for all, and unite that whole devil family down in the hell. Yes, this will be perfect. But what happened next surprised her to no end. Naruto, who was unconscious as she was about to give the curse mark to Sasuke, was lifted up by Sasuke as Sasuke used him as a shield, while Sakura didn't move. This bitch and this asshole. And then something disgusting happened. As Orochimaru slashed Naruto, not badly but on the upper surface so that he could bleed a little bit, it seemed that she was attacking them ferociously. Sasuke laughed. At least Tob came, useful in one hand. Yes, Sasuke-kun, you are correct. He's an idiot who should be trampled on by us and be grateful. You two disgust me to no end. And then and there, Sasuke and Sakura lost their lives. And the last thing they remembered, Naruto being carried bridal style by the snake Sanin that attacked them, as their heads were cleaved off from their bodies. The last thing engraved on their minds. And after that, Orochimaru disappeared from Konoha, taking Naruto with him. Within Konoha, alarms went off after Orochimaru left, and Suna was blamed for this. But Anko knew better. Her sensei was here, the only student, she thought, before going corrupt. And when she found the Uchiha and the pink-haired girl lying there dead, the village was in uproar. They demanded where the demon went, and not only that, why the last Uchiha-sama and Haruno Sakura was killed. Ruzan then decided enough was enough and it was time to spill the beans. She took what was her. What do you mean? Danzo said. Danzo, I know everything. Last night a scroll arrived from a snake summon. In it there was evidence, all of it against you. You corrupted Orochimaru by injecting drugs into her brain directly. And not only that, used her to command to do experiments because she was unable to free herself, and when she was free, you put all the blame on her. As everyone gasped, you're putting the blame on me? As everyone saw the evidence and were glaring at Danzo. Not only that, you conspired against the Uchiha clan as well, thinking that we were distrusting them and start a war within the village, but you got rid of them. And looks like Orochimaru got rid of all of them, even Itachi and Sasuke it seems, because that arrogant prick was getting on my nerves anyway. But he's the Uchiha-sama. He's not an Uchiha-sama. The Uchihas were planning a coup to destroy you all, you idiots. Were you happy that way? I see. But what about the demon? He's not the demon. You remember Naruto, right? Yeah, he's the demon. No, the other Naruto. The two fangs. The Anbu Commander Dragon, the first one ever in my regime. You mean your other student, aside from the Sanins? Yes, we remember, said Hamura and Koharu, because they too cared for Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki is his grandson, as well as Orochimaru's. As everyone eyes wide, you mean? Yes, she knows that the boy is her grandson, and not only that, Minato was her son with Naruto, as everyone gasped in horror. Wait, you mean to say is that our hero? Oh my god, how much we fucked up this situation. Yes, we have screwed up big time. And Kakashi, let me just say this. I am disappointed in you. Is this what your sensei taught you? No, but I didn't knew. Wow, you even have the Sharingan eye and your own eye. You have your own brain, and yet you couldn't function it. Use it properly. And yet you chose to do discrimination, even if it was against your own code and your sensei's code. I am sorely disappointed in you, Kakashi, and I hope your sensei will be too. As Kakashi dropped his head after finding this out. But what about Naruto? She couldn't just take him like that, said Hiyashi Hyuga. She can, because that is the only thing she demanded in return. And I agreed. What? You can't do that. He's our weapon, said none other than Danzo. No, he's a person who is holding back the Biju that we enforced upon him. He didn't even ask for this. He was born just a moment before the Biju was sealed inside of him. You mean he's not the incarnate? No, you idiots. How can a giant Biju made out of mass of chakra, full of chakra, which is evil nonetheless, can turn into a child? If he was even able to turn into a human-like child, he should have some kind of resemblance. What kind of fur does Fox have? Orange? And what kind of eyes does he have? Red with slits? And what were the other color? Black. Does Naruto have these three of any characteristics? No, but he had the whisker marks. Those were the cause because he was inside the womb of the previous Jinchuriki, Kushina Uzumaki. You mean he's Kushina-chan's son? Said Mabuki Haruno. Yes, Haruno-san, he's your best friend's son. As Mabuki broke down, her mind shut down there. She tried to assassinate the only person who she thought of as her sister when she lost her whole family, who was there for her the whole life before she got married. Even the reason why she was married to her love of life. She tried to kill her son, her lost legacy. It's no wonder why her own legacy was dead now. It was because God was punishing her of her misdeeds. As she passed out because of the shock, Hanbo, please take her to the hospital now. As for this meeting, this is adjourned. But what if Naruto comes back for revenge? Said Shikaku Nara. As much of a drag it is, we might have to take it into consideration since Orochimaru saw how we treated him. Even us, we are the friends of his father and mother, didn't treat him fairly. We didn't bother with him when he needed help. Yes, I know. But we did betray them. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they attacked us. What do you mean, us? Orochimaru took two scrolls, she mentioned. One was Edo Tensei, a scroll to revive the dead, and the other one was Hakai Fuyin, to summon the Shinigami. Oh my god, what if she summons Minato and Kushina back? Or worse yet, what if she summons Naruto back? You mean the two fangs? Oh no, we're fucked, said Choza. No, Choza, we're ultra fucked, said Shikaku. As everyone sighed, oh boy, this was going to be a hassle. On the other side, Naruto was unconscious. Still, thanks to that bastard of a Uchiha who was thankfully dead now. As she brought her grandson there, still crying, I can't believe they did this to you. I can't believe that disgrace is my son's student. But don't worry, Naruto-kun. You will be reunited with your family again. This is Bachan's promise. My promise to you of a lifetime. And you better believe it, she said as her yellow eyes grew bright in dark. And from then on, she started to decipher the jutsu. Within 1 week, she was able to track down the the Uzumaki's 7 mask, in which a sacrifice was required to revive the dead for good. And she got the sacrifices, which were corrupted souls such as Gato from the land of Wave, by freeing them and unintentionally becoming their hero. Because Naruto had yet to go there, he went on some other mission. And not only that, she also went and captured the original Hanzo, who was still alive but without any arms. And she captured Hidan, the undead, as she brought these three here and unconscious, as she summoned the Shinigami to summon the souls because their sins were much heavier than the souls there. And Shinigami, after chatting with Orochimaru and after making a deal, agreed to release the souls. And after the souls were released, Orochimaru used the Edo Tensei and summoned all the coffins after gathering their remains or sending their own genin to capture the remains. One from the land of demons, which was easy to get since they don't have such strong shinobis, they only had samurais, and the other from Konoha's own, which she took her son, her granddaughters, her daughter-in-laws. After they returned, after summoning their dead bodies and giving them their soul, their cracked bodies turned into their own normal color. As Minato opened his eyes first, where am I? What? Naruto? He said as he saw his baby boy lying in front of a table. A metal table, nonetheless, as there was beeping sound heard. As then Kushina woke up. Minato-kun? Kushi-chan? Look, it's Naruto. As then, another person woke up. Who's calling my name? As Minato froze and turned around to see a person with long golden hair to his shoulder and blue eyes. He has facial structure to a grown-up version of Naruto. Who are you? I'm Naruto. Weren't you calling for me? You kind of resemble me. Do we know each other? Dad? Dad? What do you mean? He's right, honey. He's our son. Wait, Orochimaru-chan? Naruto said as he dashed towards her and gave her a hug. It's so nice to meet you. Finally, husband. Wait, we weren't even married yet. Oh, I raised your son and this is how you repay me. Wait, you didn't raise me? What? What's going on here? Well, she kinda did let me in the orphanage. What? Orochimaru-chan, how could you do that? Did you hate me that much? That you didn't even want to raise our son? No, you idiot. I left him there because I was scared that I was going to harm him and cause him to go dead. But hey, how come he's dead as well? He came out of that coffin, right? That Tobirama sensei created. Yes, you're right, honey. He did come out of there. He died, sealing the nine-tailed Biju inside your own grandson. What? How could you do this to my grandson? Son, you have a lot of questions to answer here. Shut up! Said another person. This came from Naruto. Wake up. Can you just let me sleep and rest? What is going on with all of you? Are you kids or something? Naruto said as he fell down, still in heavy sleep, as his family looked at him with quite surprised, and silently, before they chuckled, bursting out in laughter. Wow, he certainly has your temper, Kushi-chan, said Minato. What? Do you want to get beaten? As Minato had a dark cloud, as Naruto just pitied his son. Son, you chose a fierce woman. Now you must pay for it. Nani? How can you abandon your son like this again? First time I forgive you because you were dead, but this time I won't. Every man for himself. Yes, every man indeed. Now you, how could you go on alone and die like that? Naruto was being beaten by his wife while Minato was beaten by his own. And after that, they got along and were chatting with each other. And Orochimaru even cried in front of Minato and Kushina, and both of them forgave her. And they had a nice family reunion. And that is when Naruto woke up. Where am I? Hey Naruto, I'm Naruto as well. Huh? Are you me from the future? As the older Naruto suddenly thought of a prank. Why not? Yes, I am from the future. Whoa, I'm so cool. Huh. Then, did it become the Hokage? No, you didn't. What? Oh man, did the villagers didn't like me now? No, they are not alive. What? Because I conquered the whole world. I am now the king of this world. I don't need an insignificant title such as Hokage. What? Whoa, Naruto has stars in his eyes. You're so cool and awesome. But hey, if you're me, then yeah, you will be cool and awesome. And that's a prank. The older Naruto said, yeah, I know that's a prank. Wait, what? Then who are you? I am Naruto, but I am your grandfather. You were named after me. Wait, what? As then, his grandmother came in. Ah, you're the freak who was fighting me. As Kushina came from behind and bonked him on the head. Pay respect to your grandmother, you idiot. Who are you, lady? I am your mother. And this is your father. Hey Naruto, said Minato. Wait, am I still dreaming? Wait, what the fuck? You're the fourth Hokage. And then on cue, Kushina bonked his head again. Itai, what was that for? Stop using curse words. How can you say that and expect me to not use anything? Oh my god, my family was alive? Wait, does that mean you abandoned me? No, we were dead. We were just revived by your grandmother. Grandmother? Yes, I am sorry I attacked you there, but once I saw that they didn't treat you fairly, I took you with me. And then Orochimaru went on to explain her whole life story of what occurred in her past and how she wasn't there for him. I see. So, did he betray you all? No, he was just a spineless idiot, said another voice. This time they turned around, and it was none other than Jiraiya. Sensei. Jiraiya. Hey Naruto. Hey buddy, how you doing? Wow, you look old. Oi, don't say that to me. I mean, look at your wife. She's also old, and on cue a snake was there to bit him on the nose, and this time his nose was swollen and was like a big watermelon. I mean, you can't do this to me, Orochimaru, every time I come here. I can and will do whatever I want if you stop doing and pulling this shit, you pervert. Huh, Erasanin, what are you doing here? Erasanin. Wow, nice name, grandson. Oi, Brad, show me some respect. I'm just reuniting with my older teammates here. Yeah, you'll get my respect when you respect women and stop peeping on them. Never! I am an ultra pervert. Wait, weren't you a super pervert? Said Naruto, as his grandson also looked confused. Yeah, you said you were a super pervert. No, I'm an ultra pervert now. As then, another person came from behind and, well, she slapped him across the whole room. Ah, it's good to see you, Tsunade. I hope you're doing well. Not as much. Hey, idiot. What do you think you were thinking when you go there and get yourself killed, she said, and she had a dark aura around her. Orochimaru, did you give him a beating? Yes, I did, Hime. Will... Well, I'll be damned, I'll be honest. Will you give me the chance of beating this son of a bitch into a bloody pulp? By all means. Go ahead. Wait, Orochimaru-chan, are you going to just let her do that? Yes. You caused all of us a lot of grief. Oi, I have my own 2 cents to add, said Jiraiya was also there. And on cue, Naruto was beaten by his 3 teammates as he was laying on the ground like a bloody pulp. Matakon. Seriously, I would understand if Jiraiya pulled a shit like this. Oi, I won't go and die like that. What do you think of me as, some kind of a hero? Yeah, you were a pervert. What did we ever expect from you? And on cue, Jiraiya had a dark cloud on his head as everyone chuckled. And surprisingly, Orochimaru told her side of the story to her teammates as well. And let's just say, the whole people who were there, the group of people weren't surprised and nonetheless weren't happy. So what are you planning now? I was going to trample whole Konoha. If I'll be lying if I said I didn't wish for that to happen, said Naruto as well, the older version, the grandfather one. And Minato also confessed, yeah, I kind of hate them now. As Jiraiya then said, yeah, me too, but what can we do? It is still our home. What do you think, Naruto? I think I should give them a chance and should tell them the truth. As everyone looked at Naruto, was the Jinchuriki obviously. What? Did I say something wrong? I thought you were an idiot. Oi, you're my Ji-chan, at least be considerate of me. No, I mean seriously, I thought you were an idiot because from what I heard from Jiraiya, he said you were an idiot, a complete one. As then, on cue, Naruto grew a tick mark at his grandfather's hurtful words. Oh, you want a gold, man? You're a little bit too early for that, little child. So go away, shoo. As on cue, little Naruto dashed towards older Naruto and kicked him where the sun doesn't shine, as Naruto felt his balls being crushed and was on the ground. As Orochimaru facepalmed herself. Ah, Matakon, what were you thinking? I'll heal this one, said Tsunade as she began to heal Naruto. Oh my god, you idiot. I'm gonna get you, you little shit. Dad, can you stop this? We have other matters to discuss. Sensei, what about the organization, Akatsuki? What is their motive? I mean, Kachan, did you join them after you left? Yes, I won't be lying, but after I found out that they were going to come after my grandchild, I left. Aw, you cared for me. Yes, I obviously do. I am the sensible one in this family, aside from Kushina. Thank you, mother. No worries, child. Oi, what about us? Said Naruto, as Minato, the chibi Naruto, and Naruto looked offended. You 3 are dumbest shits we ever seen, said Kushina, as the 3 of them had dark cloud as they were moving their finger on the sand as if drawing something there, while hugging their knees with the other hand. How come my wife is so cruel, said Naruto, alongside with Minato, as Chibi Naruto said, why my grandmother and mother is so cruel. God, you could have at least given me something nice, as he was bonked on the head by both Kushina and Orochimaru. Honestly, children nowadays. I guess we have a lot of discipline to do, huh, Kachan? Yes, daughter, I guess we have to. On the other side, in Amegakure, what? Orochimaru took the Jinchuriki with her, yes. What were you doing there then? Where is Hidan? He was with you to spy on Konoha. He was also taken. For what? I guess it was his time to be sacrificed, said Deidara. Well, obviously he was a loser, so he's gone. I'll explore the whole world with my art. Why don't you put your art in your ass and explode it? Said Sasori. You're just jealous, puppet maker. Why don't you go and fuck yourself by making yourself a puppet? That's a nice idea. Ugh, disgusting. I just want some money, said Kakazu, as Toby was acting like a child was while playing with a doll which was quite similar to Rin. Ah, my precious. While the only sensible one, Konan and Nagato slash Tendopath just sighed. Matakun, they're all idiots. We gotta work with what we have, Konan. And please don't complain. I just still wonder sometimes how are they such strong shinobis with their personalities. I guess deception is the key, right? I agree with you. So what are we going to do? We will continue with our plan for us to go after the One-Tails, and from then on all the way to the Nine. And then he started to form a plan, and selected a few teams as who were going to go where. As in canon, the teams were selected, aside from Hidan who was dead. As we go back to Otogakure, where the family has come to terms that they were going to go in Konoha and make those who disregarded them pay and take everything that was in their name and move on in Otogakure. And everyone agreed, and even Tsunade and Jiraiya agreed with this because they also were quite disgusted by their villages with Naruto's treatment. This wasn't what Tsunade's grandfather would have wanted. Never. And looks like the council was going behind Sensu's back. And so they returned after 1 week back inside Konoha. As everyone was looking at the dead people with their jaws dropped, the shinobis of the older generation were looking at the Naruto, alive and well. And the previous Anbu commander came in front of Naruto and knelt. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Again. Huh. Kyosuke, you became the Anbu commander after me. I'm so proud of you, buddy. Thanks, sir, but I'm also disappointed. What? Why didn't you protect my grandson? I am sorry, sir. I didn't know. It was confidential and only kept between Hokage himself, as he revealed to everyone. I guess that is why everyone is looking at Naruto like that. You know, it's quite confusing, Oji-chan. Oji-chan? You are my grandfather, whether you like it or not, so I'm going to call you Oji-chan, said Chibi Naruto to the older one. Fine, Brad. I'll call you Brad. How about that? Oi, at least call me grandson or something like that. I'll call you Brad. It's my style. As the older Naruto rubbed his hand on Chibi Naruto's head. As he chuckled, it's good to see you happy again, sir. You too, Kyosuke. And I'm proud of you. What about the other team members? They have gone on their own ways and become Anbu captains of similar squads. I see. All of them are alive? Yes, sensei, they are, said another student. Her name was Uzuki Mina. She was Uzuki Yagawa's older sister, student of Naruto herself. Her sister was apart 18 years from her. That is why she was taught by Naruto before his death, only for a little bit of time. You know, Mina, I only taught you for 1 or 2 months before I died. Yes, I still hate you for that, but you are, regardless, my best sensei. Within those 2 months, I trained hard, the material you left for me before your travel. And you're supposed to. Sorry about that. Anyways, I trained and became a Kenjutsu master, and that is why I am an Anbu captain, and my specialty is Kenjutsu. Huh? Do you know Yugao Uzuki? Yes, she's my little sister. My 18th little sister. Wow, you have a big family. Yes, but she's the only one that is alive. All of them are dead. With our parents. Oh, I'm sorry, said Kushina. Where is she? She's also within the village, and Anbu. Specialized in Kenjutsu as well. I suppose you taught her? Yes, she was my student. Oh, nice one, daughter-in-law. Thanks, father. So why are we keeping Sensei waited? We should go there. As wherever they went, jaws dropped and followed them. Because in front of them were the 3 Sanin, the Yellow Flash, the Red Dad, and Konoha's 2 Fangs, all in their glory. As a student was watching them from afar, it was none other than Kakashi Sensei. Naruto-sama, Kushina-sama, you're back. as they all entered the office, in which their sensei decided, "Yo, sensei, I'm back," as on cue a metal staff was on his head. "Itai, what the hell is that for? You idiot! Because of you, because of you," Hiruzen said, as tears started to fall from his eyes. I I couldn't handle anything, Naruto. I'm sorry. After you died, everything fell apart. Dawn died, Tsunade left. Jiraiya left as well. Orochimaru became corrupted under my own nose by my own rival and teammate, and left after becoming a traitor, supposedly one. And your son died, thanks to Kyuubi attack from a masked man. And after that, your grandson becomes a Jinchuriki and is mistreated, thanks to my elders. Huh? Amira and Koharu? They wouldn't do that, they were nice people. No, just as Orochimaru, they were being manipulated by Danzo as well. Thanks to that drug, I got my hands on it and destroyed that whole damn container. Well, that's a good thing. What about Danzo? He's executed. Huh, good for him. It's alright, Sensei, Naruto said, hugging his sensei. You did whatever you could. After all, you're a human, and we're bound to make mistakes, even if you are the professor, the proficient shinobi. Everyone is not perfect, and yet perfect in their own right. Everyone has their own specialty and weakness. We must face them, and become the best person we can. Isn't that what you taught us, Sensei? Yes, I guess you're teaching me my own lesson, huh? You can put it that way, Sensei. Alright, Naruto. Do you forgive me? Yeah, I do, but yeah, you gotta ask them for forgiveness as well. Oh boy. And one by one, Hiruzen apologized to everyone, and Naruto just pranked him by his Orikino Jutsu, and well, on cue, older Naruto, Jiraiya, and even Minato, alongside with Hiruzen, were launched with the nosebleed. What the hell is that accursed jutsu? Naruto said, waking up. That is wicked cool, Chibi. Hey, who are you calling Chibi? Said Naruto. And he turned into a girl again, and again nosebleeds everywhere. And the women who were there had a tick mark growing on their forehead, as the three of them bonked Naruto on the head, as there were 3 lumps on his head. Wait, what was that for? I created that to fend away the perverts. You are a pervert. How come you portray a girl like that, Naruto? As your mother, I ban it. And as your godmother, I hope you don't mind. Yeah, I don't. I also ban it. And as your grandmother, I ban it as well. Oh, come on! The first jutsu I created is banned. Yes, as Naruto woke up. Honey's right. That should be an forbidden S-rank jutsu. Oh boy, I guess I lost a lot of blood. Minato, are you alright? Yeah, Dad, I guess I'm fine. Huh. I didn't know my son had such a lethal weapon under his own sleeve. Oh my god, I didn't know my husband was a pervert. Wait, I'm not! I mean, a little bit, because you know my sensei is a super pervert. Mega pervert! Hey, wait, weren't you an ultra pervert? No, I evolved! What the hell is wrong with his brain? Did he get too many STDs or something? We don't know. And then there was a sudden boom, and out there in the sky was Pain. I am Pain. Yeah, you're a pain in the ass. Can you go away? Said Naruto. Oh, the 2 fangs. You know you're quite annoying. Says the person who said his name is Pain. As Pain for the first time grew angry. Shinra Tensei! And Naruto then used his own shield. Block the Tensei! I'm joking. He just used a seal to create a force field, and the Shinra Tensei was broken. And Naruto, using his new technique, Wind Run, because he also had an affinity similar to that of wind, and thanks to which Naruto achieved it, as he was dashing and running on wind near the Tendo path himself, which caused his eyes to go wide. Huh, surprised aren't you? Twice Fang, said Naruto as flames engulfed his swords, as in snake fangs-like shape, Naruto dragged his swords and cut off both arms of the Tendopath, who fell down to the ground, but this time engulfed and disintegrated into nothingness. The rest of the paths were taken care of by Minato and Naruto's family, and Naruto was also battling against them, until Jiraiya got into the sage mode, as he said, Nagato. He's in that tree. I'm going there, he's my student. No, Jiraiya. I'll be going there. As Naruto went there and pushed off the tree, and the whole family right behind him. As a huge nail was shot at Naruto, giant and wide, but Naruto cut him off with his burning swords as it fell to the ground with two pieces. Is that all? Nagato-chan, Kushina-ne-chan, is that you? Nagato said. You're alive, cousin, said Kushina as Kushina ran towards him and hugged him as Nagato cried. How? Orochimaru revived me, my mother. This is my son. Hey, Naruto, come here and meet your uncle. It's quite confusing. Obviously, I'm calling him my son, father. Just joking, daughter. Huh, so he's your... what? He's my little cousin from my aunt. We were separated after the destruction of Uchiha. I thought he died. I thought the same for you. I didn't knew you lived and you had a son. And after that, Nagato revealed why he was doing this. As Kushina became angry, Mataku Nagato, you seriously believe that there's no way to achieve peace? Yeah, the only way you're doing is to cause pain more. Enough with this joke already. I thought the name was cool. As Naruto and the chibi one was rolling on the ground laughing. He called his name Pain. I mean, come on, he could have gone with any cool name. But Pain? Seriously? My stomach is in pain because of laughing. As both of them were laughing, and Jiraiya also barked out a chuckle, as did Minato. As Kushina turned towards all of them, with a glare as her hair started to fly. Don't make a sound or you'll pay. Each and every one of you. Hi, ma'am. All of them were on their knees and sitting in proper position as they said this. As Kushina turned towards Nagato, who revealed the plans and the members of the Akatsuki. And well, the Uzumaki Namikaze family, after taking everything from Konoha and reluctantly leaving, as everyone agreed with that, left for Otogakure, and whenever Tobi or the rest of the gang came, they just took them down and beat them. Until Tobi was revealed to be Obito, and was spanked by Kushina because of his idiocy, and Nagato, who was there, revived the third student, Rin Nohara, thanks to Orochimaru and none other than Nagato herself. As she was revived, Obito let go of her obsession and apologized to her as Rin slapped him and said that she was the one who jumped on her own in front of that, and Kakashi was by no means the murderer of her. And after hearing that, Obito calmed down and let go of his hatred, and when the plan was revealed, Zetsu was captured and everything was extracted out of him thanks to Nagato's path power in which he could suck out soul and memories. Zetsu's soul was left from his body and the original plan was revealed, and when it was written down to be passed down for generations, for if ever and Zetsu or similar to him another being came to the world, it will be known public knowledge to not trust them. And 5 nations were delivered these books written by none other than Naruto himself, and when they heard his name, the two Fangs was back. They were scared to attack Otogakure because the Otogakure now held a lot of strong shinobis. And once Naruto grew up, they found Karin, which Orochimaru took in, and they rejoined together. And Naruto fell in love with Karin, and they both married there, and happily lived ever after with their family. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.